I've alluded to the shape of these molecules, and today we're going to talk about the theory that explains the shape of these molecules, and that's the VSPER theory, and we call it the valence shell electron pair repulsion. And the basis of this is that the shape of the molecules are dictated by how far apart these electrons can get away from each other, because electrons repel each other. Okay, so we're going to talk a lot about an electron domain, and that's just the area of electron density. Okay, so if I look at this molecule, CH4, my electrons are hanging out in between the atoms where the bonds are. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 electron domains or electron areas. So we have the shape that's based on the electron geometry, and then we have the molecular geometry, and that's the shape that we actually see, because remember, we can't see electrons, and some of these have lone pairs. So let's look at this methane. Now, we've been looking at it flat. It looks like a square, but in real life, it's a tetrahedral. Okay, it looks like this. There's my carbon, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 atoms bonded to that carbon, and if these electrons get as far away from each other as they can, they form this tetrahedral. Okay, so if you see, it's kind of like a pyramid. Okay, it's not flat, and there's 4 things coming off of it. Tetra is 4, that's why it's called a tetrahedral. Now, I have 4 electron domains, so they're getting away, and that makes it a tetrahedral. And I can also see that it's a tetrahedral, so my electron geometry is tetrahedral. And what I can see, my molecular geometry, what the molecule looks like, it looks like a tetrahedral. Okay, water is bent. Okay, I have 2 lone pairs when I draw my Lewis dot, and then 3, 4. I have 4 electron domains, and that means it's a tetrahedral. Okay, so you guys need to get out your VSPER reference sheet and have that ready for our work in class. Now, if I have my water, I have 2 lone pairs, so I don't have 2 atoms there. Okay, see, I still have my 2 atoms bonded to the oxygen, but then these guys, we're going to pretend that these are electrons buzzing around and I can't see them. So what do I see? I see a bent molecule. So with the electrons, I still do have that tetrahedral, but my molecular geometry, what I actually see is a bent molecule. So in class, we'll go over how to use your VSPER chart that comes with your reference sheets in conjunction with our Lewis dot model.